this is Craft-a-mania and today I'll be doing my favourite art supplies for 2015. So I know it's now January but still pretty close to 2015. I hope you will enjoy this video and let's just go straight onto it. So when I sketch, I like to sketch in red, and my favourite red pencil to sketch in is this Crayola pencil. The colour name of this pencil is Red Orange. And I think it's just really smooth and quite nice to hold. My favourite pencil to use is this Pentel Techniclick 0.5 mechanical pencil. A couple of these items you will have seen in my art haul and I just really like them. Another product that was in my art haul was this Mono Zero eraser. I just really like it. It's really good for getting into small details and I really like these kind of pen typed erasers. I find them way easier to use and to hold, and I just think in general this is a really good eraser as well. For inking, my favourite inking tool is this Rotring Tikky Graphic 0.3mm Fineliner. I think the lines are really smooth and I just really like using it. I do a lot of doodling as well, and for the really simple drawings I don't like to get my Copics out, and I don't really ever use crayons, and I never really use watercolours that much either, and I do like to use sharpies. I have 28 of these, 20 different colours. I have 20 of these fine point ones and 20 ultra fine point ones, and I really like using these just to doodle with. I think they have really bright colours. I just really enjoy using these because they're quite simple and I find them really fun. The only problem with them though, I guess, is that they're permanent. So this next thing is probably my favourite and most used art supply. And this is my Copic ciao markers. I have 36 of them. Add an extra 6. So the extra 6 aren't here, this is just 36 of them. I got the Copic ciao set A, and this was a set that came with the black because I wanted the black. I think that's the most useful. And it also came with this Copic wallet which fits 36 Copics. And I love Copics, they're alcohol-based markers and they're really fun to use and they're super good and it makes your art look really good and the quality is amazing. The next thing is this Pentel aquash. I do have this in the fine point nib, the medium and the broad. This is the fine. I think these are so useful and they're really fun to use as well, I think. I think they're a little more easier to use than brushes. As you can just fill it with water and you don't have to keep going, getting water and stuff like that. I just really like using these with watercolours. And of course the next product is my watercolours. These are the Winsor & Newton Cotman watercolours and I have the Sketches pocket box. I think these colours are really good and really pigmented. For pencils, my go-to pencils would be these. I only have 6 of them though, but these are really good quality and they're the Derwent coloursoft pencils. So like I said, I only have 6 of them and I have the 6 set of skin tones. And if I wasn't using these, I would use my Crayola pencils, as I have these in lots and lots of different colours. Also for doodling, I like to use Crayola markers, but I prefer sharpies. So my favourite pencils would be the Derwent ones, but since I only have 6 of them, I also like to use my Crayola pencils. And then I have these. These are my Staedtler Noris Club watercolour pencils. I find these a lot easier to use than watercolours in general, and I think these work really well with water. I was really impressed with these. I actually do use this red for sketching as well, but I prefer the Crayola pencil as I prefer the pencils that are really smooth instead of having these kind of lines, if you know what I mean. Another art supply which I use quite a lot is this. This is my jelly roll. I think these work really well. I do also have the coloured jelly rolls and they turn out really opaque and they work really well on top of Copics and they work really well with my marker drawings as well as watercolour and everything. I just think this turns out really well. Then I have my Uniball Signos. I also have a white one but that's over there, and I thought if I showed my jelly roll I wouldn't really show both, as for white I would use my jelly roll, but I have these metallic-y ones as well. I think the colours in these are amazing. They're really smooth. I just really like them. So they're the Uniball Signo broads, and I just think this is a really good colour, and it really gives that shiny effect. Moving on to paper, my favourite paper has to be this Bristol board. This is my favourite paper for markers, but markers is the medium which I definitely use the most. I think this Bristol board is really, really good. The only problem I have with it is that this is the USA paper size, and because I'm not in the US, it doesn't fit in my portfolio, which is an A4. So A4 is an English size, and that's what all my other artworks are to that scale, and this is just a little bit of a different size. For sketch pads, I actually have two. The first one is this sketch pad. Yes, it's an A5 sketch pad, and the paper is only 105 GSM, so I can't do anything much in it, but it's really nice for sketches, I think, and marker doodles. And I like to use my sharpies in this one, like in that artwork there. I think this works really well with sharpies, but because it's so thin, it does go through the paper. So if I was doing a sharpie artwork, I would have to put a layer of paper underneath so it doesn't go onto the next piece of paper in the sketchbook. But I still like this. I really like A5 sketchpads, and I might invest in a better one than this at some point, but this is really good for now. So my next favourite sketch pad is this one. This is the Ryman sketchpad. This is not spiral bound. Yay! I don't really like the spiral bound ones, but it doesn't bother me that much. I really like the paper inside it. I think it's a really good quality sketch pad, but I prefer to do A5 now. I think it just takes a bit less time, and if I'm going to do a detailed artwork, this bit which just goes around and ties the sketch pad together and keeps it safe. I also decided that I would do my favourite artworks for 2015. I could not decide on which artwork, so I've gone for 3. The first one is this one. There is no video, and I don't actually have a name for this OC yet, but I really, really, really like this character. This is actually that one I used for my 3 marker challenge, and like I promised, I did trace it, and this is what I came out with. I think my favourite bit about this artwork is the eyes, probably. I think they really pop and they're quite realistic. My next favourite artwork is this. This is my Inside Out fan art. I love it. There is a video for this, so any videos, there'll be a link to in the description box below, so definitely go check this one out. This was probably the artwork that took me longest to do. And my third artwork is Lolita, because that was my first real good, I think. All of my illustrations were good, but that's one where I really developed my technique. And I didn't actually have Lolita with me, I gave it to my grandma as a gift. But there'll be a picture, and there is also a video for it, so definitely go check that out. Link in the description. So for filming, my most used filming supplies and my favourite ones will be my camera that I'm recording on right now, and that is the Nikon Coolpix S9900. I think this camera is really good for art, and I think it's a really good camera in general for everything. And it's also got a good viewfinder. I love cameras with viewfinders, because otherwise, like with this, I can actually see myself now, and without that, I don't know if I'm in frame, I don't know if the camera's in focus or anything like that. Then I have my tripod, which the camera is on right now. I will have photos of my camera and my tripod like appearing around here. The tripod actually fully extended is taller than me, and I'm not that small. And I was really impressed with it. It's a really stable tripod as well, which is really cool. Then I have my light. There'll be a picture of them here. They're really bright, really bright. I have a light right there. And I think they're really good. The bulbs are the perfect colour, so they're not cool lighting, and it's not warm light either. It's just in between, and it's perfect. So that's all for this week's video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a big thumbs up. And subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed already. So I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!